All right, let's head to M&T Bank Stadium. Here's our NFL reporter, Dave Naylor, who joins us. And Dave, Ravens put up 300 yards rushing on the ground. Derrick Henry alone, 199 yards on the ground. How does this Bills defense not come up with an answer to stop the King?
Well, Jay, I think from the outset, there were some concerns in this matchup, both personnel and scheme for the Buffalo Bills. One is they do play some lighter personnel, certainly in the second level and third levels of their defense. Their linebackers and safeties are not big players. The other thing is the Bills play a base nickel defense, like a lot of teams do in the NFL, but they are more extreme than most. I mean, they had not played a single snap all season coming into this game with more than two linebackers on the field. So, I think you saw where they had to make the adjustment after the big Derrick Henry run. That you saw the safeties coming into the box. At some point, they actually put three linebackers on the field for the first time all season, but to no avail. The Ravens were still able to run it, and a lot of times you saw them running those draws, and then Lamar Jackson could throw it in play action. You saw him get it to Justice Hill. We saw some poor tackling tonight as well. And I think we saw for the very first time since the Bills suffered that series of injuries to their second level of the defense where they really missed them. Dorian Williams got burned on a touchdown in the end zone matched up against a receiver, the linebacker. And just overall, you could just see that they say the quality of the second level of the defense wasn't there. And it was a very, very tough matchup. And by the time the Bills made some adjustments in the second half, the game was getting away from them.
And then you talk about the Ravens defense, Dave. They came in surrendering almost 300 yards a game through the air. What stood out to you about the way they played the Bills on Sunday?
Just that Josh Allen could not find open targets. I mean, this Bills offense is established during the first three games of the season that Josh Allen will get rid of the ball quickly, and he was trying to do that tonight, but then he had to extend plays with his legs because he could not find open targets. I don't know how many throws Josh Allen made tonight that weren't contested catches. And then, of course, his leading targets might have been the sideline. I've never seen a game where Josh Allen purposely threw the ball out of bounds as often as he did tonight. He also took an intentional grounding play. In the first half, you had a big drop from Dalton Kincaid. You had a drop from Keon Coleman. Those things all added up. The other thing, I think, they didn't get any explosive runs. I mean, they ran the ball a little bit better than some teams have against the Ravens, but this was not an explosive run night. And look, the Ravens were the #1 defense in the NFL last season, okay? They had a number of personnel changes this offseason, like every team does. They had 3 members of their coaching staff promoted to roles as either head coach or defensive coordinator on another team. So it makes sense that it might have taken them a little while for it all to come together. It came together tonight against the Bills in a big way. The Bills had set an NFL record, 43 consecutive regular season games where they had never had a loss by more than 1 score. That streak, Jay, ended tonight.
It did. 25-point loss. The Bills no longer undefeated, but Dave Naylor is still undefeated for post-game live hits from the field. Dave, thanks for this, buddy.
Thanks so much, Jay.
Don't forget, for the second straight Monday, a pair of games being played in the NFL. This week, it's the winless Titans in Miami to face the two-less Dolphins. Tyler Huntley expected to start for Miami. Then in the other game, a matchup between Luke's 2 former teams, Seattle and Detroit. The Seahawks won 6 straight against the Lions and, of course, are undefeated on the season after the epic Titans-Dolphins game. And the Seahawks and Lions are sure to be seen to break down the 2 games. And Luke Wilson will join me on the show Monday night.